Hello!
Thanks.
Oh,
Let me do.
you want to do it again? No?
No.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. This is our Hawaiian vacation / honeymoon tips video.
Yes. We have a lot of tips because we screwed up a lot.
We did.
But we also did a lot of things right.
Yes, we did.
So if you want to see what we messed up on, see our previous video. If you want to see what we did right, see this video and the next video.
Yes. So we've already uploaded a video all about our things we wish we would have done / not done at all / done differently. Thanks.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a bit longer format, but it is chock
very,
full of very good tips.
It's very informative, and this video is going to be the tips that we wish we would have known just to kind of make your entire stay a bit better. And then the next video is going to be all about the things that we did and we loved and we would recommend doing.
Yeah, so this is just kind of the broad advice video.
Yes.
The next video is like specifically how we carried out this advice.
Yes, and places we went to do so, if that makes sense. Okay, so number 1, eat a big breakfast. Our hotel, which is the Prince Waikiki, all that kind of stuff, will be down in the description box below. We stayed on the island of Oahu on Waikiki Beach, and it was awesome. I'm sure we'll talk more about that in the next video, but for now, all of that general information will be down in the description box. But our hotel supplied a buffet breakfast every morning, and it was awesome. They had like standard Americanized breakfast. They had more of like an Asian breakfast.
I would say they had tastes of the world.
They did.
That's how I would describe their
buffet. They had
buffet.
a very wide variety of food, and we appreciated that a lot. So we really liked getting a good breakfast for reasons we will mention here in just a second.
That wasn't free. We got that as a perk through Costco, didn't we?
We did. We booked through Costco, and that was a perk included with our package that we booked through them.
Which brings us to now new tip number 2, book through Costco.
Is that our new second tip?
That's the new one.
All right,
that's
we're
the
going
new one.
on the fly here, but we did really enjoy booking through Costco. That was an awesome experience. We did the whole thing online, and we got to pick our excursions. Some of those we wish we hadn't have done, which you can see in the first video, but booking through Costco was awesome.
It really
highly,
was.
highly recommend. We got a great deal.
Very, very
great
good deal.
deal.
Do you want to go ahead and say what it was? Or do you want to wait till the next video?
No, we can go ahead and say.
Okay, so now this is the price for the round trip flight, the hotel, 8 nights.
Yes, this was 8 nights. We stayed for 8 nights.
And renting the car, which we're about to get into for the next tip. I've jumped the gun. Whatever.
It's fun.
And the luau we did.
And the Pearl Harbor tour, which you should totally go watch the first video if you want to know all about that. And it included 1 free night of the dinner at the hotel that we did not use,
which was very expensive.
It was like normally very expensive. We got it for free. We did not use it because he got the flu. So it's like
see the first video.
See the first video if you want to
how to deal with being sick in Hawaii. But anyway, for all of that, and this was like a 4 or 5 star resort.
It was,
or a hotel rather. $4,378 for the both of us.
Yes. And this brings me to the new tip number 3 that I'm about to say too, that we just added. But in our hotel room, our hotel did not have a balcony. And that is okay.
It is actually okay.
It was okay. We stayed at the Prince Waikiki, like we just said, and it had an entire wall of floor-to-ceiling windows, and in the middle, the entire top half of that opened up like a balcony.
It was amazing.
And it was awesome. I would highly recommend that because we saved a lot of money by not getting a balcony. And it was great.
It was, and with a balcony, balconies get really hot.
They do, yes.
And if it's raining or something, you can't really go out on the balcony because it blows it on you. But the way that was set up, you could have the coolness of the inside air while still experiencing essentially what you
Yes.
experienced at the balcony.
And it was so much cheaper.
The whole wall was a window.
Yep. So at night, we would lay in our bed with the window open and listen to the harbor and the waves and stuff outside while still being inside.
And
so that was awesome.
They had automatic shades. I want to mention this. They had 2 automatic shades. They had 2 layers. One layer was like it just kind of blocked some of the light.
It kept it from getting too hot.
Yeah, and I guess it's also meant to be like a privacy shade. But I was gonna say it.
Yeah.
And so that was also nice, like during the day. But then, like, if you wanted to not be woken up by the sunlight in the morning, because you just have ocean in front of you, like you're gonna be woken up by sunlight.
Yeah.
You have a very thick shade.
It was a blackout curtain.
And it was all right next to our bed. Like we just like clicked the button.
It was awesome. So that's new tip number 3. We've already added 2, and we're only 3 in. Yeah, it's fine. So tip number 4 is rent a car.
Yes.
This was very important to our entire trip. I don't know what we would have done without renting a car.
The trip would not have been very good.
No, like there's a lot you can walk to. Like, don't get me wrong, they had shuttles to different beaches and stuff, which we never took.
If you're the standard, like, I just want to go to the beach and then do some, like, I can like walk to a place, do some local shopping, go back to the hotel. If that's all you're gonna do, you don't need a car. Parking can be expensive in Hawaii.
Yes, it can be.
But if you know where to look, you can get out of that.
Yes, but we drove, literally no exaggeration, the entire island. We started at our resort and went all the way around the east up to the north shore and back down.
Through the middle, because you can't actually go.
No, you can't actually go all the way or back around. But we went all over the place over the course of the entire trip, and that was one of the best parts. It was so amazing. I would totally recommend renting a car.
You don't realize how big these like volcanic mountain sides are.
No, and
they're beautiful.
You cannot take it in. And we would just drive and find things we wanted to do. Like, we wouldn't plan it out. I would be holding my map on my phone and just being like, oh, this is coming up. Like, let's stop and do that.
That's all we did.
And that's what we did. And that was the best part of my trip.
And in the next video, we'll talk about the actual places we went.
Yes.
And put some clips into these places. Oh my
It was
gosh.
awesome.
So if you want to see the next video, be sure that you are subscribed, that you have clicked the bell icon. That way you can be notified of it.
Yes.
And like and comment and all their good YouTube algorithms.
Leave us a comment and tell us if you want us to do more videos like this, because we've really enjoyed stuff like this. So
Next tip.
Number 5, pack your lunch. After you get out of downtown, like Waikiki and like all that goodness down there, when you get out to like the North Shore, the East, and then the West Coast, and in the center, pretty much anywhere but Waikiki, there are not places to eat. You will struggle to find lunch. In our previous video, we also talked about how places don't stay open if it's not right during lunchtime. So it's very difficult.
See the reason why that is in the last video, but it's also very freeing to not have to worry about lunch, because there's a lot of convenience stores. You like run in and get something like at a gas station or something, which we never did.
We did not do that.
But packing your lunch, going back to your previous point about renting a car. Okay, so if you've rented a car and you've packed your lunch, the entire island can be where you eat lunch. And there were several times that we would just be driving. Be like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful view. And we just park the car out there and eat lunch.
Yeah, and we would stay in our car and eat because it'd be so hot.
Yeah.
But we loved packing our lunch. We would get ice from the hotel. We got one of the styrofoam coolers from, what is that local store that there was like 1 million of them?
Wasn't it like a number or something?
I feel like it was. I'll like put text at the bottom that has the store name on there, but there are like 1 million of them everywhere. And there was one within walking distance. It was like right across the street from the Prince Waikiki. It had everything. We would get bread, sandwich meat, toppings, chips, like snacks.
Mustard.
I hate mustard. But we would get that, and we would make our sandwiches every morning. We would pack more than we thought we needed. Also, yes, pack more than you think you need. And we would stop and eat, because if you hiked like we did, we would always take our lunch, and we would always be a lot hungrier than we thought we would be.
And we would pack at least 1 liter of water per person.
Yes, we went through so much water, but that will be in another tip here in just a minute.
Oops, again.
So, number 6, buy local art. The best place to find this is on the North Shore. I'm an artist. Like, I went to school to be an artist. And my favorite thing to do whenever I go to a new place is to get art. And I love it. I love local art. It is just awesome.
And we're not just talking about paintings or something like what people usually think of art. Like, this is like sculptures and everything.
We got wooden sculptures, and yes, it was a struggle to get them home.
It was.
And we will talk about how we did that in the next video. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out.
I forgot how crazy that was.
That was insane. That was insane. But we actually got local wooden sculptures, and it was amazing. And that was one of my favorite things that we brought home. But I would definitely recommend that. And I will
it's very authentic.
They are very very authentic.
I've been to different island countries and things, and what you don't realize is that a lot of the souvenirs they sell that are handmade are not actually handmade there. They've actually imported them from another country. Yeah. It's like mass market goods. Yeah. This legitimate, like you're watching them like carve it.
Yeah, you can watch them make things. We didn't get to see them actually make our specific things, but we got to watch them make other things.
We got to watch them carve our stuff into it.
Yeah, so we actually had our wedding date carved into one of the Maui hooks that we got. I'll put a picture. Well, I was going to put a picture in.
Oh, okay.
They're seeing it right now. They can see it. Okay. But anyways, in the next video, we'll go into more detail about the specific places that we went to get those. So definitely check out that video. Okay, so number 7, local farmers markets. There's one in downtown Waikiki. It was awesome. There are local artists there, so
we had to drive to it, right?
We did drive to it, but we could have walked, but I didn't want to because it was so hot.
Oh yeah, it was very hot that day.
It was really hot that day.
Do you notice a theme?
Yeah, it was very hot. And we went April 1st through the 8th.
Yeah.
In case the dates matter to you guys.
I can't imagine it being hotter than that.
No, I can't either.
Like, I would not want to go
But anyways, we went to the local farmers market. They have them every Saturday, and if you want to know where they are, they have signs up everywhere, all throughout the town, to kind of point you in the right direction.
And the people at the hotel will help you too.
Yes, they're very nice. But we went there and we picked up a few souvenirs, and if you're into like local fruits and different things like that, that is a great place to go pick those up at. Like that, it was just so neat to see all the variety of things.
And it wasn't just like fruits and vegetables and things, which, by the way, don't try to pack those in your bag to go on the plane.
You can't bring those home with you.
But
don't do that.
Very good stuff there. And they also had like jewelry.
They did.
And they had other art there as well.
Yep, I bought an anklet there, and I love it. It is awesome.
We watched her make it.
Yeah, she made it right there in front of us, which was really cool. And I would just totally recommend that. We had a great time walking around that morning. But I would go early, like as early as you can, because then it won't be as hot.
And don't go in the midday sun, if nothing else.
Yes, do not go midday.
Which, I mean, those usually end around midday, don't they?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Anyways, tip number 8, bring water and snacks everywhere.
It doesn't matter if you think you're just going to be gone 5 minutes. You bring water. And you bring snacks.
Yes, we bought come back. So, anyways, we bought the liters of water, and we would go through 3 or 4 of those a day. Whenever we would go driving around, we would take at least 3 or 4 of those with us. And whenever he got the flu, we would go through like maybe 5 of those a day just in our hotel room. And we would get ice from the hotel and put it in a Ziploc bag that I brought with us, a gallon Ziploc bag. And we would keep ice in there. And then we got the styrofoam cooler from that market I was talking about earlier. And we would keep those waters in the bottom of the cooler and then put our lunch on top. And that worked out great.
Yeah, it worked out amazingly. Yeah. And, you know, I'm sure some people right now are like, oh my gosh, that's so many plastic balls. There's nowhere to get water once you leave, really. So,
you cannot get water.
Yeah, I guess you could buy like a bunch of like tumblers, like water tumblers or something.
Yeah, but I don't know where you'd fill them up.
I'm just saying, like, buy several and just fill them up initially. So, like, I'm sure we could have done that. That'd been very cumbersome.
That would have been really difficult to travel with.
And then like
and I'm sure you could
I
just keep
guess.
stopping at like a gas station or something. But whenever you go to the North Shore, you don't really you don't have access to those things.
And there's large swaths of area. Like you'd be driving for like 40 minutes and like maybe go through like a small suburb looking thing, but there's like nothing else.
Yeah, there's nothing else there. Okay, so tip number 9, wear sunscreen all the time. And get a sun hat. I know we talked about this some in our previous video, but I got burnt on our first day. I got burnt on the back of my neck.
And she does not get burnt.
And I do not get burnt. And I had sunscreen on, but I did not have my sun hat on. And like we were applying sunscreen a lot that day, and I still got burnt. So if you don't normally get burnt, still do this.
Assume you will.
Yes. But my part got burnt on my head, and then the back of my neck got burnt. And that was just... it was sucky. So I would totally recommend wearing sunscreen way more than you think you should. And get a sun hat.
Reapply, reapply, reapply.
Yes. I was like lathering it all over your face because he gets so burnt.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10. This is also something we kind of hit on in our first video, but we wanted to mention it in this video too in case you don't get to watch the first one for some reason. But stay on the sleep schedule that your body wants to stay on. That was very important for us, and we wish we would have done that the first 2 days, 2 or 3 days. We stayed on the sleep schedule that we had here in Eastern Kentucky. We live on the East Coast, and that was awesome. We got up early. We left the hotel early. We ate breakfast early. We
beat the crowds.
Yeah, we beat the crowds everywhere. But by the end of the trip, we had gotten kind of used to their sleeping schedule, and when we tried to transition back here, it was really rough. It took us over a month.
Yeah, because I think we also went to work the very next day after getting back, which I guess would be another tip, is leave some recoup time.
Yes.
Because, like, especially if you vacation the way we do, which is, we don't do the very touristy things. We go for hikes and do this and that or whatever.
Yes.
We expended a lot of energy. Plus, we're in a warmer climate than we're used to. We're expending a lot of calories. So we really needed a recoupment day to reset our sleep clock as well as like our bodies.
And speaking of a recruitment day, this is just applicable to a honeymoon vacation, but we got married on a Saturday, had the entirety of the day Sunday to spend with our family and get packed up, and then we left on Monday.
And that's the way to do it.
That we were very happy we did that. That is tip number 11, I guess.
Yeah.
But
the people that like leave their wedding and pretty much immediately go on their honeymoon
I don't know
or the
how we
next
would have done it.
morning.
I don't know.
We were
I would not
achy
like
by
that.
the end of our wedding, like the
you just
reception and everything.
physically sore from being up and walking around all day.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that we left that gap day, I guess you want to call it. And we got to spend that day with our families that are from out of town. And it was a good day.
Yeah, and
I
when
totally recommend
the lead up to the wedding is so hectic, and if we were also trying to be like, okay, now the wedding's over, now we hurry and pack this up.
Well,
it's been hectic.
And we also didn't want to miss another day of church on that Sunday because that's the way we are.
That's how we are.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Be on the lookout for our next video all about the specific places that we went on our vacation/honeymoon in Hawaii.
Yes.
And we're definitely enjoying these types of videos, so definitely let us know if you want to see more.
Yep. And we're totally not going to film the third one right after we stop this one.
Yeah, because we just filmed
We're just
going to
wear the same clothes on every one of them. We're going to plan for that. We're going to film it next week.
Sure. Okay. But anyways, subscribe, like, comment.
Hit the bell icon so you actually get notifications.
All that good stuff. And hi, future kids.
Hi, future kids. Bye.
Bye.